Here's our next question, number 47. For a 1.8 degree two-phase bipolar stepper motor, the stepping rate is 100 steps per second. The rotational speed of the motor in RPM is. So we have to find out the rotations per minute. We have been given 100 steps per second. Okay, so let's begin by writing down what's given and then we'll proceed. Okay, we have our angle theta given as 1.8 degrees. We have also been given that the rate is 100 steps per second. Now let's find out the steps required for one revolution. So steps required for one revolution. That will be 2 pi by theta angle, which is 360 divided by 1.8, and that gives us 200 steps. So here it is 200 steps required for one total revolution. Now let's find out what is the time required for one revolution. Okay, so here time required for one revolution, which would be the number of steps divided by the rate, the stepping rate. So this would be 200 divided by n, which is 100, and that is 2. So the required time for one revolution is 2 seconds. Now next we have to calculate revolution per second. If we calculate what is revolution per second, we can then calculate what is revolution per minute. So that's our next step. Revolution per second would be 1 divided by 2, and that's 0.5. So revolution per second is 0.5. Then what would be the revolutions per minute? 0.5 times 60 seconds, isn't it? So that would be the final step. Okay, so here the final step is revolutions per minute, which is nothing but RPM, and that would be 60 seconds times 0.5 times 0.5, and that gives us 30 RPM. So what we did over here was first calculate the steps required for one revolution, then calculating the time, and then seeing the revolutions per second. Because we have the number of steps, we have the time required for one revolution. So revolution per second, just flip that over, reciprocal of this. So that's 1 by 2, 0.5. Then revolutions per minute would be 0.5 times 60 seconds. So that's 30 RPM, which matches option B. So for this question, the final answer is option B, 30. Well, I hope this has helped.